What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. As you can see, it's Modern Warfare beta time. Before I get into my impressions of this game, because it is, I guess it's the end of the first... Hello? Ran straight into it. It's the end of the first day of the beta. I'll start by saying, I mean, my impressions are pretty good. I think it's a really good game so far. The base of what we've got is great. But before I get into that, I just want to say to anybody returning to this channel that may have been watching me back in 2017, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's been a hot minute. I can hear somebody. Oh, it's a teammate. It's been a red hot minute. For those that don't know, I made content back in 2017, and then life happened. I got a job. Yeah, and I had to things slowed down quite a bit. Kept playing games, of course, but just could not keep up with the content. So 2 years later, here we are, and I think I'm in a pretty good place to start things up again. And I think what a game to be doing it on. Modern Warfare. Ooh, not the nose. Modern Warfare feels great. It feels really, really good. I'm super excited for this game because I love Infinity Ward. I love what they've done in the past in terms of Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, you know, remastered. See you later. Okay, okay. I see you.
Allied UAV overhead. We have a personal radar
Okay.
UAV is ready for flyover.
Okay. Let's go. Okay. Okay. No! Ooh, a little tear for a second there. I love everything Infinity Ward's done so far in terms of Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2. This is now a Modern Warfare remake. It's got nothing to do with that original series. Oh, this man's gonna end me. Can you imagine? Go and look up a little bit about this game to get an idea of what to expect. Oh, gone. Oh, no. But I definitely picked, I would say, the wrong game to start making content again, because sniping on this game is incredibly difficult, to say the least. Like, it is, I mean, I could pretty confidently say, oh, I have no idea where that guy was. I can pretty confidently say this is one of the hardest games to snipe on. And I've been sniping since COD 4. Black Ops 1 is obviously an honorable mention. Advanced Warfare, another honorable mention in terms of difficult games to snipe on. Sniping on this game is very, very interesting. For starters, I mean, that's your ADS speed. It is red hot garbage right now. There are only limited number of attachments that are currently unlocked, so dare say it could get a little bit better. This is cool. You can sort of look at your loadouts mid-game, change them up as you need. There's an attachment that once I unlock this at level 21 weapon level, I should say, you get that +2 ADS speed. But I mean, right now that's unavailable, and as far as we know during the beta, it might not become available. I'm sure it won't be a big deal full launch, but right now the aim down sight speed is just awful. And because the time to kill on this game is so incredibly fast, you generally only have time to get maybe one bullet off before the enemy is just going to absolutely melt you. It's just a really unforgiving game. Ooh. And I mean, you're a sniper, so this should be nothing new to you. Being a sniper, obviously being accurate is hugely, hugely important. But if I look back at, say, Black Ops 4 as the most recent Call of Duty game, the priority was not so much being the most accurate. It was if your movement was better than your opponent's. Like, if I could out jump or out slide or whatever it may be to outmove my opponent. Generally, shots and accurate shots came second. So this game, I think, is going to reward accuracy. You really only have one or two good shots to get a kill before you're going to get melted. And I mean, it's totally doable, as this gameplay has shown, but at the same time, it's definitely pretty difficult. Very hard there. Sick name. I don't have... Oh! Can you imagine being that guy? I don't have a lot of worries. ADS is definitely one of them, and if that short barrel unlocks a fast ADS speed, then it could be worrying for nothing. I mean, a few other things to note. TTK is very, very fast for a sniper. Obviously, snipers are all one-hit kill, but I mean, ARs in particular, they're, you know, oh no, this is gonna hurt. Assault rifles are very, very, very strong. Assault rifles are very strong. SMG is very strong. Shotguns, I mean, you can hold your own with a shotgun, but I've not really had a good chance to get a feel for them at all. The deagle, the pistols, I mean, the pistols are all great. They're really, you know, admirable. Ooh, where did this guy go? Where did he just go? They're definitely, dude. Pistols are admirable sidearms, as you can see in that little two-piece just there. It's very, and I think I mentioned this before, it's very Modern Warfare. It's Modern Warfare 2. You know, all guns right now. Oh, dude, I can mark at that. All guns are good. All weapons classes are good. Snipers are good. It's just everything else is as good as. Infinity Ward has supposedly said that there's going to be 30 to 50 attachments on all major weapons, so assault rifles, snipers, etc. And it could be the case that, you know, some attachments are going to, you know, the perfect set of attachments are going to give you a fast ADS, high damage, fast fire rate, you know, all those things that you want as a sniper. But I'm sure there are going to be pitfalls to making that perfect class. This guy's not going to repeat me, is he? Surely not. Why would he do that? Unlucky. And I mean, again, this is one sniper out of, from what we've seen, from 3. I'm sure there'll be more than that in the end game, but it's one of 3 snipers. I genuinely think it's gonna be a really good year. Get out of here. It's gonna be a really good year, just purely because it's as hard as it is. It's so satisfying when you're hitting shots. It feels so very good. Singles, doubles, triples, and I mean, I hit 1 quad, but you know, some of the guys were AFK. Hardly counts. It felt really, really good. Get out of here, Blammo. Long story short, snipers could use a bit of tuning at the moment, but it's nothing game-breaking, I would say. In terms of other things happening in this game, what do we got? Assault rifles. I mean, I've used the M4 quite a bit. We currently have access to the M4, the M13 or MX13, and the FAMAS. Oh, there's a guy over there. And I mean, that was the FAMAS. You can see here, it's a 1-burst gun. This guy's not very good. That's a 1-burst. The MP5 is currently available to us. Get out of here. Quick jump up. We're going to run an assault rifle for this game while I talk about just the generally how this game feels. We've spoken about snipers, and like I said, long story short to snipers is they feel good, but there's definitely some work that needs to be done there. But general gameplay, starting with movement, I mean, movement feels really, really good. When you're holding a particular weapon, you move accordingly, so I guess. Now that I have a sniper in my hands, I move slower than what I was doing as if I had a, you know, say an SMG or an assault rifle. Movement feels really, really good. You can slide, there is a little slide there. There are sections like this where they're meant to be slid through. I mean, I'm really happy with the movement. It's probably worth mentioning the more controversial point at the moment is the minimap, or I guess lack thereof. As of the current build, there is no minimap. But what you can see on my screen towards the top area is the compass, and there are red dots all over that compass that should sort of give you a last known location of somebody that has just shot their gun. So the only way you can get the UAV, which I have up now, is if you call in either a 2 to 3 kill streak. I think it's a 2 kill streak. Oh my god. 2-kill streak, and that's the personal UAV, and what that does is it just gives you the mini map, and I think it just sort of semi-highlights where the enemies are. I've got my mini map up now. If I'm close to an enemy, it will sort of pop up on my mini map, but it's obviously not as good as a UAV. It really slows down the pace of the game. I will definitely agree with that. I mean, there have been times where we're playing 6v6. It is absolutely dead quiet because everybody is just sort of waiting for somebody to make a move. Nobody wants to step out of their little, hidey hole position without any sort of intel in terms of where the enemy team is. Look, if that's how, dude, so this is what no minimap encourages. I know it's headquarters, but there's no way of knowing that that guy's there. I mean, I don't even know the map, so I wouldn't have even looked in that corner, personally. My perspective on minimap is I think it's an absolute must in a Call of Duty game. Not so much, I think what they're going to do tomorrow is going to be, I mean, I would say really promising in terms of it's going to show us, get out of here.
We have a personal radar drone ready for escort.
It's going to show us, the map. That's all we need. We're playing maps that we've literally never played before. So naturally, you don't know how that map is laid out, and a mini map helps in that regard. I don't care if it doesn't show where people are on that map.
Captured the HQ. Enemy UAV over. Enemy personal radar overhead.
Good boy. Straight out.
They've reached the halfway point. We have a personal radar drone ready for escort.
3 dead. They're all dead. Dude, I'm the best. I don't care if it doesn't show me where they are. I just need to know what my map looks like. Like, I need to know that, that's a corridor and that's a corridor. It really it helps the flow of the game. I mean, let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the mini-map? Should it be in Call of Duty? Should it be out of Call of Duty? I mean, personally, the mini-map has never caused any problems before, so why would it be a consideration of removal? Why would you remove something from the game that hasn't caused any issues in the past? Like, nobody's ever said, man, the minimap really needs to be reworked. If that had been said, I sort of would have understood the need for change, but I mean, right now there's just no need for change. Thank God that man finally peaked. Oh man, I mean, we're getting smoked right now, but my team is not trying at all. I mean, that just about wraps it up. There's probably not much. Oh, dude, easy trips. There's probably not much more I can say that hasn't already been said. Minimap's gonna be an issue. Aside from that, I have complete and utter confidence that all the right decisions are going to be made, and this game is going to be absolutely brilliant. Like I said, I'm not going to say I love it because it's just, oh my goodness. I'm not going to say I love it because it's the beta, but it's definitely a lot of fun. Lock it down. Get out of here.
Enemy UAV overhead. Allied cruise missile launched. 1 minute remaining. Almost out of time.
It's 18. Anyway, that brings this cut commentary to an absolute end. I mean, I rambled a little bit. I think I covered off most of the main things in terms of sniping's good, but it's not great yet. Gameplay is great. Could be better with the inclusion of the mini-map compass combination, but the mini-map doesn't necessarily show bullet fire, but the compass does. And I mean, the maps are all really, I didn't mention the maps at all, but we've only had access to 3 of them. They all play reasonably nicely once you know the routes, but again, it's something that the mini-maps are really going to help with. So, I mean, what more can I say? I'm going to keep playing this, the beta until tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get a few videos out of it leading into next week's beta and then eventually the full release of the game. I think it's going to be a great year, no matter what, with or without that mini-map. This is going to be a fantastic game, and we're only seeing an absolute, 70% of it. Anyway, until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.